What's up, man? Yeah, there's a soccer game tonight. I had to watch us lose on the road like fucking scrubs. You can always watch me while in bed. You know you want to watch me and touch yourself while in bed. How you doing, bud? Ugh. All right. Zoink. Tonight, we should work on the Viking. Voila. This is where we're going here. We're working on this bad boy. Let us figure out where I want to hold him. There we go. Get some focus set. How you doing tonight, mate? Mine, how you doing? What's your favorite color? We did green and blue. He's prime black, so we're not gonna go yellow or bright or something. Maybe, I don't know. What color you think? Old missile boy here. You're the only one here right now, so jump on in if you got thoughts. This is the 3D printed one, and it's FDM printed. So I'm slightly less impressed with the quality of this one. It is what it is, though. Okay. Get that mostly dialed in. Colors. I think start with a little bit of zenithal on this one. I'm just gonna go with a kind of primer gray. Build up some stuff. I'm really worried about how this one looks with the print lines. Deep in thought, I was just on the phone with a buddy of mine who's quite knowledgeable of like home remodeling type repairs of things, and talk about like continuous fight of electric bills and AC issues here at the house. And he was like, "Oh, just get a mini split." And I'm like, "Well, tell me about that. What is that?" So we just spent half an hour looking at various things. Wait, what? I give a vague, spoiler-free but negative take about Guardians of the Galaxy 3 in your Destiny Clan Discord in response to someone saying it was good and I got kicked from the... Dude. It's a sign of the times. People don't want your fucking opinion, bro. Ooh, I forgot what a new airbrush feels like. It's not an opinion, it's a fact. I'm kind of feeling an urban camo thing already for this. I think we can run with that. Doing camo will hide 3D printing discrepancies. Vaguely. Did you get some Epic 7 in today? I'm now at something like 4,500 AP in what's that zone called? The storyline, the unrecorded history. Just been in there farming. I made a spreadsheet today of all my heroes. Who's in 6, who's in 5, and who's in 4-star. And then that way I can begin the process of... my goal is I'm just working all the 4-stars up to 5-star, basically. Spent every bit of energy doing everything you can think. Yeah, I basically just did the dailies and then went straight into AP farming. I did actually do a second round of arenas for some extra. I'm not too keen on the new season of gear. Started Charles side quest because it gave catalyst. Dude, if you find yourself in a position to where you can summon a little bit, summon for Charles. Charles is quite amazing. He's a core component of most Banshee one-shot teams. So when you're ready to farm Banshee, even despite probably not trying to build a one-shot team, he's actually very good at putting yourself in a situation to farm Banshee. Like, he can just be your damage dealer in there. I actually did the Charles side quest fairly early on. Since I already have her and I'm not interested in diving into a direct summons, I actually started the Assyria side quest yesterday. So they're doing maintenance, probably about right now. They sent a deal out that they're starting at 3 UTC, which I think 3 UTC is 10 p.m. our time. So I just kind of straight... That's why I don't have the LD player up on the side. Just getting back below 30 FPS. You gotta finish 2 characters at the moment, and then I have to build a healer. Probably Destina. Dude, Destina's worth it. What other heal options do you have? You got... Well, you have Angelica, and then you have Montmorency already. What are you talking about for PvP? Like, what phase of the game do you feel you have to have a healer in? Golem hunts? Tamarine. Have you not pulled Tamarine yet? You should have Hazel. Hazel has a specialty quest. You can do Mascot Hazel. She'd be really good for you, because then you can use Mascot Hazel not only in the Golem hunts, she's also good in the Earth Expo. And she's a 3-star, so you don't have to use Mulligaras. Nat 5s only, you have to... Well, if you're going... No. Like, for real, lower your standards. Because you'll be Mulligara starved, and truthfully, you want your Mulligaras for actual Nat 5s that you want to use in PvP, right? Like, did you get Dark Corvus full Molid and everything already? Even though, he's a Nat 4 or is he a Nat 5? I don't even know. Know me? That or throw $30 at the game or $50 or whatever and just buy Mulligaras when you run out. That's a thing. Be a credit card king. Come on, bro. Well hard. Five-digit spending or bust. If you don't drop 10K at the beginning of a new gacha game, can't compete. All money going to Star Rail and Arc Knights? No, ESO. All your money going to your commission painter? If you could ever get the model that's unavailable? Sorry, I don't want to trigger the rage mode before you go to sleep here. Yeah, I was kind of blowing off the game tonight because it's just an open cup game. And then Michelle mentioned it, and I was like, okay, we'll sit and watch it. And, of course, at halftime, she starts prepping for bed, blah, blah, blah. So then, because it's just a cup game, I'm kind of already half-tuning it out. I'm, like, playing my mobile game, reading on the internet, you know, playing with the dogs, all the good stuff. And then we get scored on. So, like, okay, right. Yeah, paying eventually, you know. I'm half in that just pay me whenever mentality anymore. For most people. Now, some people, like an out-of-state person or somebody I don't know, it's always just kind of like, yeah, let's do the business before, you know, things get mailed and shipped around or whatever. But, you know, TJ and some of those guys right now, it's always just like, yeah, you know, when you got money that you're, whatever, as long as I got bills paid, I don't care. As long as I got bills paid and I got a little bit of beer money, I'm not sweating money. Gotta keep that de-stressing from it. So this will be interesting. I don't know. Yeah. I got some room on the wet palette here. Not like I'm gonna go crazy blending doing a camo. Speaking of camo, we're gonna need a dark gray, a black. I don't know if we'll do a neutral gray. I might want warm gray. Definitely want grays that aren't part of the spraying. Like bright neutral gray. I just used the model color. Where is... There's a warm neutral gray. Or a warm gray. I should pull it out. If I didn't misplace it. I might have misplaced it on my racks up here. I was doing a hasty cleanup last night. Oh. Like, I don't even know where my black's at right now. I just threw shit up here, getting it out of the way. Oh, here's black. We'll need black. Here's a bunch of blues. Is there a... So if I do an urban camo, would you see on an urban camo maybe like a brown like stick color thrown in there very slightly? Is that a thing that might fit in your mind? What urban camo? What does that mean to you? Assuming no line tint for 10th, they'll have stuff for me then. Oh, after 10th, after line. Where's warm gray? Oh, it's part of my Necron file. Okay. So let's not do neutral gray. Let's do warm gray. I'm thinking this dark golden brown is like a stick color. Blues, light grays, and black. So yeah, okay, I'm right in thinking there's another color that actually brings some vibrancy into it. So, you think like a dark blue, possibly? Just throw a dark blue in, kind of on some of the squiggle sticks. I've done some camo cloaks. I don't know if I've done an urban camo cloak. Maybe on like the 30k Dark Angels, but that's 2 years ago. 3 years ago. Start shaking some stuff up. It's one of the things you're like, oh, just look at some reference photos, you idiot. It's too hard. Too hard. So do the dark blue, and then I'll probably highlight it with like heather blue from Reaper. I do want to have some blocked out sections that are just not urban camo, so I need to think color palette here. Obviously we're going to have metallic, so where's my dark silver? Dark silver into chrome. Is this here still? Maybe we'll have like some unit colors just to make sure I wasn't. You looked up the references. Well, appreciate it. Yeah, no, I felt like there was a color in there. Like I said, I'm really worried about the lines going too crazy on this. I do want to block out a few areas. Maybe his shin pads, maybe the divots on in there. You know, block these out, block out in there, maybe block out like this pattern here. So if I block those out, thinking of a color that would work in there. Man, I know it's cliche because I use it all the time, but I want to go jade. Where's my dark jade? Just something to bring some actual color into it, which we'll start with the dark jade. Hey man, you can be dumb. It happens. Started working on the Necron project last night that I've scheduled in this week, and then so I got through blocking out some colors, and then I was kind of just not 100% if I was on board with the client wishes, so I completed one model and shot him some pictures this afternoon because he actually reached out, just wanting to know, hey, how things are going. It's like, hey, you know, here we go, let's do this. Unfortunately, he didn't have time for a video call. He's traveling for work or something. That's fine, I get it. And traveling for work. No, we got to talk about your models. But anyway, he sent me in another direction on a few things, but generally he was like, yeah, just don't do anything else. He's like, but that one's great. Oh, my hand just slipped. Never not allowed? Oh, no, being dumb. Always, please. Enjoy life. Hey, man, you gotta quit threatening me. Stop being such a Chad. Did I miss anything exceptional in the big group chat today? I looked at it a couple of times, and then I was just like, nah, I don't have time to get distracted by scrolling back to the hours of filth discussed in there. The threads never stop. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking into one of those mini splits. The air conditioning up here. Especially if it costs me $1,000 to save $500 every summer on electric, and it's going to ease the strain on this other system that doesn't adequately cool anyway. Deal. So since Sisters of Battle preview, nerfed Miracle Dice and their detachment is meh data sheets, nothing controversial for me. So James and some of the other sister lovers were upset about their 40k waifus getting nerfed. When's the Necron preview? Of course, you know that's what I've actually am interested in. Tomorrow night, my buddy Matt, who also has Necrons, is coming over. Draco Bancho! What's up, my dude? We are working on a Viking tonight. How you doing? Welcome back. Thank you for coming back. James said he was fine with it compared to the other 10 stuff I've seen. Necron preview was last week. Oh, okay. Watch the CGL AMA stream. I don't know what that is. What's these acronyms? CGL AMA? I don't know. CGL, ask me anything. CGL, what's CGL? Come on, good ladies, or good lads. Despite painting Battletech, I was actually... Battletech is very... Oh, Catalyst Game... Okay. I don't know. If you just said the Catalyst, I don't know. So did they do a live stream, or was it on YouTube or Twitch? Well, good. If it's getting big, maybe I get some more commissions to paint these awesome little robot boys. I was quite happy this one come in. Live on YouTube, the VOD's up? Okay. Speaking of live on YouTube, Monday and Tuesday nights live streams shall be available on the YouTube channel here in a few hours. They're doing the HD processing thing right now, whatever the hell that means. Reanimation Protocol's got a buff and is able to be modified more than currently. It will be strong. People finally stop saying you're bringing back Battletech. Battletech's been back. I mean, between the releases on the video games and the constant spamming of the boxes of models available at your local game stores, it wasn't Catalyst that sent somebody, but I know 2 years ago at Dallas Open, there were people doing Battletech demos. And I don't know if it was just local fanboys putting that out there or what, but it was really cool to see stuff like that. And then, you know, like here in Dallas, we just had, I think 2 weekends ago. I sponsored it. I don't know. But apparently we gave away a model that may or may not come back to me to paint as a giveaway deal for it. I don't know. It's I was a sponsor for an event here in Dallas a week or two ago. I just happened to not know when it was. The guy that was putting it on, apparently, rather than saying, hey, I'm doing the event today, he just reached out to me and was like, hey, what do you got going on this week? And I was like, oh, we're doing the soccer game, da-da-da-da-da. And, you know, rather than being like, oh, yeah, by the way, that event you're sponsoring is happening, maybe make an appearance, I totally would have gone. He just said, oh, okay, cool, have a nice weekend. So I went and had a nice weekend. Battletech. Hey, man. In hindsight, Chad, how would you feel about 3D printing some of these arms and using these instead of the stupid Primaris missile launcher things? Like, these would be so much better. Say it. These are better. Therefore, Battletech is better than 40k Space Marines. Come on, Casey. Rage. Roar, Space Marines. I did want to do this larger inset on these, but I don't want to dominate. Well, yeah. You actually ever had a chance to play Battletech yet? I got lots of the models, but like every game, I don't know the rules. I just enjoy painting stuff. Yeah, they are. That's why I said let's 3D print some more of these just for the missile launchers and give them to the Space Marines. Because boy, do they need it, because those new missile launchers are derpy. I love that within... probably within 4 hours of them releasing those models, someone had done the Nerf gun mock-up of them. That made my day that day. That's all I needed. That was classy and funny. And a nice cheap shot at a very poor cheap design. Tabletop backpack? I don't want to. The video games are just better, and the video games are good. Now, the new MechWarrior 5, I gave it up when they released the Melee update. Some of the people that had played it in beta or whatever were just kind of like, eh. And I didn't feel a mediocre update was worth my, $30 to $50, whatever they wanted to charge for it. Boy, this could be a pain. Let's get down in here. Because it's underneath and it's got all these 3D print lines. Just kind of pack that in there. Oh, dude, I love the Battletech DLC. Worth, definitely. I loved, like... So I waited until the game was out on Steam. So I had pre-ordered it on Steam, and then whenever they pulled the, hey, we're going on Epic first, so here's your Steam refunds. At that point, I was kind of mad. By kind of, I mean I was really mad, because I was really looking forward to MechWarrior 5 after spending, I don't know, 600 or 800 hours playing the Battletech game. The turn-based strategy one. And, so it was at that point, he knew he done fucked up. No. It was at that point, I was like, okay, cool, I'm just going to wait. It can come out on Steam. And then I'll actually play it. So by then, the Razzlehague was already out. So I was like, cool, yeah, I'll take it. Just because I wanted to have the whole shebang. I just didn't want to have to deal with Epic. I don't like the Epic launcher. Matter of fact, I've now actually uninstalled Epic. So Steam runs in the background. You don't even notice it's going. Epic runs in the background, and it's pulling like 2 gigs. Maybe I had a faulty install or something. I don't know. I allowed the AI too much permission, maybe? I don't know. But the Razzlehague was really good. I played through that series. Decent amount. Not completely. Games like that, I'm a chain restarter. Like, I've been playing Anno 1800 the last week in my free time, and it's definitely been restart city after city after city. Matter of fact, I actually restarted like 4 or 5 times last night and just couldn't find myself wanting to go through the beginning stuff again, so I just said screw it and actually painted models. Oh my god, a painter painting models! So, it was a good thing. My Anno 1800 kick has kind of ran its course, I guess you could say. Because like those kind of city builders, like Anno, when you come back to it after even a night's break, it's a little tricky. It's like, oh, what was I in the middle of doing? So. Remember if I played so poorly solo, better. Yeah, absolutely, dude. So the AI is dog shit. Like they just run around and go face to face with oversized mechs and get their heads blown off. But then the way the missions are designed, trying to play the missions single player, single mech, or double mech. I don't know. Mentally, I'm not built to play that game that way. So I just had to eat the constant repair cost of AI wrecking my stuff. Like, oh, hey, there's an urban mech with an AC-20. Let me walk up to it and shake its little hand. No, like, find a way to sneak around and get behind it and not eat that to the face. I ended up just building a long-range missile boat and basically keeping everything near me. I would have them run out to scout and give me some vision, and then I would missile boat stuff. That was my most successful way of playing single-player MechWarrior 5. If you're interested, Chad, we can throw down some MechWarrior at some point. There it is. Just looking for my Jade. But I know you're Captain Antisocial. I don't want to play games with people. Unhealthy attraction to the Annihilator. Or if I launch with 4 Annihilators. Oh, so you have all the Annihilators? I feel like I should 50-50 this a little bit. You ran a full 4 Annihilators? Nice. I don't know. Quite lazy with doing those. Maybe it's because it was the starting mech in MechWarrior 3, which I played an ungodly amount of time in back in the day. Ye of youngness playing MechWarrior games. And yeah, 32 is so slow, right? It's just a walking tank. But I'm a fan of the Blackjack. And I want to say its loadout was like 2 or 3 medium lasers, and then like an AC-10 or something like that, or maybe an AC-12. But I like running it up to have like like an SRM-6 on it, and then run the SRM-6 with 2 AC-2s, I think, and just being a medium range bully on the Blackjack. It was pretty fun. I think that's what I was doing that on. And still being able to sprint around at like 70-ish. One of the guys I was playing with had a really well pimped out king crab. That was quite fun. I don't remember the loadout on it. I just remember just deleting stuff. Because you don't like losing your arm guns? Is that what I'm hearing? At least assault mechs can get 150-ish armor on their arms. Yeah, I mean, trying to play with what 30 tons or 30 armor on an arm and keeping that arm in most fights. But depending on how you're playing, just from my terrible memory, I feel like I was playing a high majority of missions in like that 40 to 60 ton range and not really playing past that, and then I'd be like, oh, I'm going to restart because I want to try a different part of the map or something or whatever I was doing dumb. Putting the work in on that to get the assault mechs, I definitely didn't do. Like, I think my biggest was maybe a Thor, which was what, a 70 or 75, something like that. So I never got to play on my own account to the full capacity of big mechs. Now, some of the other people's accounts, yeah, sure. Like I said, the guy who had that amazing king crab loadout. Just run Steiner full assault mechs? Yeah. See, on those kind of games, I'm always that guy that like chooses the hard way, and then I'm upset and irritable because I don't have good stuff. Like the AI always beats me because, or I take way too much damage, and I'm always broke because I don't have like the good stuff because I want to play like the hardest way possible. By the way, did you guys play with any mods? There was a Timberwolf mod that I was playing with that was super fun. And then there was the YAML. That YAML mod pack was really well done. Young Angry Missile Launcher, YAML. No, I don't know what the YAML acronym means. I just know that was the mod pack. Modded Mech Warrior. Oh, the love. There's so many non-compatible ones so it could cross from the oh, this is one of my not good brushes. I tried modding Battletech PC, just refused. Followed 2 separate installation videos. Oh. Well, you probably just tried it way too early. Like, modding it now was literally just like, oh, download on Steam and go play. Like, it was quite easy. Oh, that was a month ago? I don't know, maybe you're just not smart. I don't know what to tell you, man. mod games all the time. HP Battletech Mech Warrior 5. Oh, there's a question. Yeah, no, it's... Just kind of doing a little dirtying up on there. Keeping it a little streaky. Yeah, I didn't even have to install a launcher for it, so I question what you were doing. Now, to be fair for myself, that was also a year or more ago. Maybe they're now requiring a launcher? Easy peasy. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was like dropping mods into the mod folder. I use the BT what? I have no idea, man. I feel like I probably need some jade across the back here somehow, some way, but I don't know. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna run on that, and I really think what I want to do here is now to break up. So I'm blaming the machine spare. VCs gets temperamental. Gotcha. We're gonna give this like a unit number, and of course, in honor of the Holt B80 channel thing, we're going to pick up. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're just going too hard in the paint. Like I said, I would just go through Steam or whatever, grab your mods and drop them in the Battletech folder and call it good. So this is a Viking, so we'll call it the VK80. That work out? VK80. Definitely report. Just turn it all off. Ruin my career of being a bad Twitch streamer. I really want to get into it from the side over here, but yeah, that's tough. VK80. Okay. Generally speaking, now I can just go through and start with like the black and the dark gray. And you can just go super get bent with your plans. I don't want to do a digital camo because that's going to be too rough, but things like the fans or the weird wheel gear things, we'll do some other stuff in. Part of the beauty of doing camo stuff, you just kind of woo all over the model and it's okay. Going to sleep. We'll leave stream open. Have a good night. Everybody talk bad about Chad tonight now because he's sleeping. No. Hey, man. Appreciate you coming by, hanging out. Have a good night's sleep. Thank you, buddy. Good chatting. Good chatting, Chad. Good night, bro. Ooh, definitely need a streak right in there. Right, made a little foobar. One of the cool things about doing some non-structured painting like this, being able just to wing it. When you screw something up, you're just like, nah, go back and fix it. Actually, let's go into warm gray, and then I'll go back over with the dark neutral gray. You kind of want to like have like some overlapping stuff, I think. So having should probably work all three colors occasionally in areas, but you know, just doing things here. This one's pretty hard to read, so we won't do a whole lot of it, that being the case then. Well, now on the darker side, because it's get that zenithal kind of gray fade going on. So I guess on the underside of stuff, it's going to be easier to read where this color is at. Oh my gosh, those layer lines under there are quite noxious. Once we get this done, we're going to throw a black wash on this, just a quick oil, just to break up and sit. Well, I'm thinking that maybe I need to do more of a pen wash style because it'll sit. Oh man, 3D prints. I might have to rethink that. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna look up. There's a few discrepancies on this that are not clear. So this version of it, I'm not able to find an image of it that's got how the cockpit goes. Some of them show some different stuff. Definitely a more angular front end. I guess in that case, let's go to the dark blue real quick. And need to think about which way to go. Dark blue we'll use sparingly and more thinly. Okay, nice and simple there with the blue. Get a little bit of dark silver out. You got like vent ports and stuff that we want to pack in with the give them that metallic look. these areas here. I'm just trying not to pack these holes in like that right there, as I just said, with the paint. Being FD printed, it's pretty good. It's not great. I just don't want to lose the good detail of having like missile holes on this model, which would be easy to do. It's very hard to tell, but there's little bits of filament still in those. I didn't print these. They came from the client, which is fine. I have no problem messing with 3D printed stuff. This is just a its own little challenge, which I think is working out fine. So I've got the Emperor and Mjolnir left to do tomorrow and Friday. And we will be Battletech free, barring I choose to do my own or another small commission comes in for it. These are a good breakaway from doing 40k stuff. Okay, so we've got Necron bits, not actually bits. Good chunk of Necron stuff in here that I'm working on right now for a gentleman, and trying to wrap that up this week offline. I'm not actually streaming it. Of course, I'll get finalized pictures of it for Instagram or whatever. Maybe even the website one day. I don't know. I don't actually update my website too often for artwork. It's just more of a front or a point of contact, showing people like, hey, yeah, this is a legit thing. I'm not just like some asshole scamming. I mean, anybody can set up their own websites to scam with, right? But that's what I'm gonna do. Some bronze or copper down in those fans. Like, that really makes good sense to me. I liked how the bronze and copper came out last night on the other model, the Sagittaire. I have Chrome out, but there was Chrome on last night, and it's probably reactivate that a little bit. Not to do what I want it to do. I'm gonna skip the heather blue on the other blue. The real star of this camo is basically the gray fade and then having the black do its thing. Probably have the light just a little overexposed. It's hard to tell because what I see on that monitor is not what goes to stream. I'm gonna have to do some editing stuff. That's why I'm taking these streams, going straight from here to YouTube just to see how some of that translates. Sound, background noise, air conditioner, laundry machine running downstairs. Actually, I do think I changed my mind on the heather blue. These missile pods, they've got these horizontal lines that run parallel to each other. I think that's a great spot to have a little bit of a color break. Come on. My first inclination is go white, but I just put white stripes. It'll look like missile racing stripes. Might seem a little awkward. It's gonna be a nice break. This is not a great brush for that though. Heather blue from Reaper. This is a really crisp color. I like this one. It's almost got like a dark icy blue. That's a thing because people, I think most people, myself included, associate icy blue as a bright color. This is it's a dark bright color to be more confounding. I don't know. Just making up words here. Just some other bits going in with that jade, breaking up the sea of gray. We'll have some vibrancy added to this here in a little bit whenever we get into doing there's like some laser stuff, so maybe it's like got some target acquisition gear maybe with these. So that's supposed to be. And you've got, I don't know in Battletech what would be a 3-pod kind of thing. Maybe it's like a smoke thing. I don't know. Like, I don't understand that part of the model. I'm trying to think within the rules of the game. I don't know that you can pop smoke. But that's my only inclination of why there would be that little 3 plaque back there. Because there's not like an SRM-3 or MRM-3 or whatever. I don't think medium range missiles are really much of a thing in the game. Maybe they are. I don't recall. So we're going to break out some copper underneath on like the fan blades, be some other color breaks. Choosing to do something like this, you definitely got to get away from the high volume of gray stand out. And I think the jade helps, especially from the front, but from the rear, it's just not there. The jade across the front really helps it stand out. I like what that's doing up top there. Actually, I like that so much up top across there. I'm looking how to, actually, I think I maybe want to run it across the front of the missile pods. That's probably a good color thing. Just to tie in and separate. Even though I ran the camo across it, it's a good way to separate. Anybody else has some projects they're working on, feel free to share. We're link friendly. I like the cool to the warm contrast of the jade to this blue. It's not something I would normally think about running as a color combo, but I like what it's doing here. This blue has a quite mechanical feel that fits in with the gray scheme without being too off-putting. Run through work the same bit the model. Now that I know what I want to do in those areas. Feel comfortable with what I'm doing there. I'm going to go ahead and go to a slightly larger brush. Not that one. Let's get here. Just to speed things up just a touch. Not necessarily about holding more paint, but holding more moisture. Allowing the paint to come off the brush. For an FDM print, I feel this is coming along pretty nicely without showing off that, ooh, this is an FDM print. In retrospect, I do wish I'd kind of left it a little bit darker gray, just to contrast. Like, I like it better under here, contrast, than it is across the top, but I think it works out fine. some areas that are just a little chunky. Right there. I think these grays with this gray blue would make good Star Wars colors. Something about it just feels Star Wars-esque. I'm looking now to see where I can drag that down. Ah, you know what? I know exactly where. Drop a little bit down in. Dropping that down in there in his legs. It's a good little bit. Let's see real quick here. I don't understand Discord on mobile sometimes. It's hard to tell if a thing goes through or not. Yeah, it went through. Oh, hey, the owner of these models has corrected me. This is called a Bane, not a Viking. So, damn, why did I have to see that halfway through this? Shit. Now that we put the VK80 on it twice. Damn it. Damn it, Bobby. Repaint. Whoops. So this is called a Bane, not a Viking. Whoopsie sauce. Oh, and you're here. The owner messaged me in Discord. I was like, fixed. LOL. Something cutesy on the bottom of that. Someone will find that later on. Like, what's this scrub called? Thought that Viking? Oh, bad dog! Shit happens. Alright. What's this? Oh, an email I sent to myself like 2 hours ago just now came through. Apparently it's the envy of every other missile boat. My bad. My music tonight and this week is brought to you by TechnoAxe on YouTube. Not necessarily a friend of the channel kind of thing, but I've known the guy and used his music for just about a decade through YouTube and Twitch. So kudos to those people out there providing royalty-free music for free. Let's give that little shout to Mr. TechnoAxe. So the replay of this will be available probably tomorrow. If you're interested in like seeing things or whatever coming back. I'm doing this week's streams. I'm uploading them onto YouTube as just passive content. I'm not editing. It's just straight from here to the tube. Trying to build up the YouTube channel. Eventually, once I can get the channel to be monetized, and that way it's slightly worth investing the time into, I'll venture into more like tutorial and army showcase kind of things. But got a ton of 60 LRMs, my stalker, and enough ammo for 16 rounds of fire. Is that in game? Like in your MechWarrior game? And I'm curious, are you doing 3 LRM-20s, or you got, 2 and 2 or 10s in HBS Battletech? Oh, in the turn-based game. Okay, I haven't played the turn-based game in, I don't know. Let's check Steam real quick. To the library. Battletech. I've not played since October 13th, 2020, and I have 90 hours into it. Not bad. 90 hours for a $40 game? 45, 50 bucks? I love when games can get down into like the 10 cents per hour of entertainment, but even at 50 cents an hour. MechWarrior 5, the ammo, I think they should have like ammo dump that you can call in on. Like, I think it would be a cool thing to add of like, hey, like ammo loads, because in just about any state of warfare, I mean, I guess technically within the game, you could think like, oh, we can't fly in, it's too hot. So maybe missions are designed to where like, hey, this zone's super hot, you got to go in and clear out a bunch of crap. Once you get it cleared out, then you can call for a refill somewhere that you cleared in zones or whatever. Like, I know there's one mission specifically, like, I struggled with it because of the ammo usage, and it was, you fought your way up to this tower. Then once you got into the tower, then you had to like go through, and then you fought your way through. Like it would be ideal in that particular mission to have been able to call in an ammo dump just outside. Like once you took the tower, like the first 2 rooms, you could then say you could call in. Yeah, it's just not fun. And realistically, like, so they had within the game. There's actually I should black these in first. So within the game, they have the repair modules, and I remember when I first started coming across those, I was like, okay, these help with the damage issues. I don't recall if the repair modules gave you more ammo or not. I'll tell you this much. So I had a 3-button mouse when I picked up Battletech. That shit was brutal because it was basically trying to play with every mission, and you could only have like certain combinations to where it was 3. So I eventually went and bought, I think, a 5-button mouse, which I currently use, and that one's fine to play it with. I think MechWarrior truly lends itself to being a 7+ button mouse game, or it needs better ways to configure weaponry. I guess you could always go keybindy and switch it to like a 1 through whatever kind of situation, but you're so busy ASWDing. They did replenish ammo? Yeah, like they're only so far into the game that I remember getting them. There's so few. Maybe that's a deal of like you have to secure a zone to, like, if you decide you want to call one in, you need to secure a zone for 3 minutes. But then if you stay stagnant and you can't secure that zone for 3 minutes, there's a possibility of your delivery craft being shot. There's ways to implement it, right? Basically, that's what we're getting to. There's ways to implement refueling or something. Yeah. Okay, yeah, per usual. Hey, this is a problem with the game. Fix it with a mod. But are they random or are they actually in good, useful spots? Because, like, if you drop, say you have a deployment that should take you, say, an hour, but your refill thing drops somewhere within the first 10-15 minutes of the mission. It's like, well, shit, do I got to haul all the way back there, or do you know, like, how well is the mod done, I guess, really? Like all mods. Is it a good one, or is it a not so good one? Just a little wet. Use the ammo mod option, increase the ammo part. Yeah. I mean, that's the easy fix. Do you feel once you play with the YAML mod pack, you really don't want to go back to playing without it, though? Like, I know that was kind of one of the things. So we were having one of the guys I play games with on occasion lives in Romania, and somehow, some reason, when playing with him using the YAML thing, it just didn't want to work. Our connectivity got shit. But as soon as we play without YAML, hey, USA to Romania, connections were fine. I think it's probably just because what it adds to the game. Maybe there's too many processes or something. I don't know. It's a weird thing to think, oh, mod affect the latency between games, but or between players. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, does it feel like you just can't do it anymore? I actually want to mix some of this chrome in with this GW's Runelord brass. Just want to brighten it up. You use the full YAML suite? Oh, okay. Yeah. So when I was playing, where is... I ran out of this. When I was playing, clan stuff didn't really exist. Like I said, I mean, so even... Here, let's go back to Steam real quick. MechWarrior 5. I last played October of 2022. So it's definitely pre the Melee patch when I last played. So I'm not sure. I don't recall the clan stuff being in there. And quite honestly, like when I was playing, I was playing the normal campaign thing, the Razzle Egg deal. So maybe that's too old in the timeline for clan tech to have really been a part of the game. Not entirely sure. Can't remember. There's some areas on this that need more definition, which I'm quite scared to do too much defining on this. So like last night, how we kind of lined out all the panels. Don't really want to get into doing that on this one, just because this mech is a 3D print and it's going to be a little bit difficult. But I just don't want to get into where paint is running down in between the 3D lines. But I think like breaking that off helps. Game timelines keeps going into the clan invasion. You're just gonna get nothing that really happens. Oh yeah. So when I was young and I used to play the tabletop version, we used to play 3042. That was like the timeline we were in at the time. So saying 3067 seems quite advanced. Is it 3067? Is that where it's at, I think? $3061? Okay. I don't know why I got 67 on the brain. Usually it's 69. What? See, little bits like that breaking up. Did they ever add a multiplayer for the actual Battletech game? It would have been so nice if they had. Turn-based stomping around, blowing stuff up. Like I bring my 4, you bring your 4, Lance. You know, maybe I'm a newer mercenary, bringing my little 4-man team to join you on missions, and you know, hey, that would be so cool. I don't know. Although the turn-based game can be quite stretched out. Although, think about that, like if you're playing and you took timeline out of it, other than like what mechs are available, like that could be kind of cool, I think. Or maybe I'm just an idiot with game design. And it's not cool at all. Check, but not home. Currently playing the campaign, which is the league's better than the... Okay. By the way, add me on Steam. I'll play. I love playing games with random people. It's just random people become friends after enough time, right? So, if you're interested in that, doing some gameplay together, just add me up later. Just grab me through the Discord and we can do Steam info after stream or something like that. So you're not home. Are you at work? Are you twitching while at work? Totally okay. Happy to have you here. They even canonized the events of the HPS Battletech game, the House for Archer. Oh man, dude, don't get me started on books. I haven't been able to keep up with 40k books. I'm definitely not going to keep up with Battletech books. I know the lore is quite expansive. At this point, I wouldn't even know where to start. I read some, 20 years ago when I was playing the game, just because friends had them, but I have no clue where they're at now. So now I'll take some of this and go stupid bright. Maybe some more blue. Put some in the hideout. I mean, it's midnight for me as well, so no worries on that. Trust me, lots of people hang out here while at work. So during the winter time, so usually in about late September to mid-October, I start going on more of an adult schedule, and I'll stream mornings, say like 5 a.m. to noontime or something like that. During the wintertime, it's easier because I don't care about the heater. Like if it's above 60 up here, fine. But during the summertime, when it's above 75, I don't want to be up here. If it's above 75, I just don't want to sit and sweat and work. So I flip my schedule. Let's go with some yeller. For the little... do I want to do yellow? Yeah, just do yellow. I don't want to go too crazy. Get those pops of yellow. But turn. Give me a second. Adjusting the lighting. That way there's some actual shadow. Have that like so. I can't believe what I'm in right now is what I used to actually paint under. Although I did have an extra strip of LED. I only got, well, no. Yeah, that's all the way up. Weird. It's almost weird that this is what I used to paint under. I'm just used to having this extra light now. That's the 2-hour mark. Crushing metal, no vocals. Let's do this one. I need to figure out. I guess I'll do red on these because reasons, and then those others back there, I'm not sure what to do. Actually, I know what to do. Just box those in, and they're picked out, but they don't have to stand out. And then that's orange. What is this? Like pink or something. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I just licked the backside of the brush on accident. Things happen. There's no paint. Not much. Nothing says missile coming like big red dots on the front. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that is the pilot capsule, which is a weird, like, just, I want to paint it bright red, like shoot me now. Put a big old bullseye on top. Let's take a look real quick if I can find out what a Battletech Bane actually looks like. Well, it's a Bane, but here's a nice looking one. Oh. Yeah, so it's just like a little sliver across the front of that. Oh, man. Check this out. I like what they did on this. I'm not going to go back and do it, but I like the hazard striping on there. That is fucking cool. I wish... Oh, a Kraken. Okay, I should have looked up the Kraken. I wished I had thought about that. That's freaking cool. Dang it, man. Why can't I be smart? Okay. Wished I'd have thought about that myself. But I'm doing the hazard stripey thing across the fronts of the models. So, there's stripes. Speaking of. Per usual, we always do the base last, but might as well at least block this part in because it's going to take a couple of coats. All right. I think minimal edge highlighty stuff will help with this model. I say minimal because I'm trying to keep these down below 3 hours and we're already over 2. There's just some things on this that you really wouldn't want to highlight too much anyway. I mean, really doing a bunch of edge highlighting on the back of the model is quite dumb. Not the smartest use of time here. Just little bits where the light might be glinting. It's a solid way to break up the sea of gray. So what's the Battletech Universe book supposed to be? Is it going to be like an all-expansive explanation of what's going on, what's going to go on kind of thing, or what's it entail? Actually, if you're actively reading Battletech, I'm curious, like, if you have a trilogy or something, is like, hey, this is like the beginning where you should start. I would actually be interested in acquiring that and starting off. So I go through phases of how often I actively read, and I haven't read books very much in, like, say, the last 2 years. One, I've just been busy pounding out models for this business, but two, I just hadn't had any series that really interested me. I read a lot of the 40K stuff, starting with the Horus Heresy, and then once I got through the Horus Heresy, I was just kind of like, I'm good. I don't need to know anymore. My wife got me an AdMech one because I was playing AdMech at the time, and that was cool. A little more aggressive with them, up and around, drawing your eye up. I need to bust out the nerd goggles because I'm not really sure what I'm looking at there. Kind of. It's a very small cockpit area there. So I'm gonna grab a little black, mix in with that blue. Frame that out just a touch. Okay, having that framed out helps. Now I can grab just a little bit of that. Work on this cockpit 80 thing a little bit here. I know the perfect color. Where is my ice blue? There we are. Simon in the house. What's up, my dude? Long time. Long time because of me, not because of you. I haven't been on. I get it. How you doing, brother? Got a little bit here for you. Just a bit annoyed? Okay. Things and people are annoying, but, you know, that's life. So, I know that's quite difficult to see what's going on there, but that lens, like, really about it. Should probably get underneath it some. to work. All right. And for funsies, we kind of ignored the feet. And they're kind of packed in around some of the terrain. Judgment call here. I think blacking out these boxes on the sides of the legs will help the Jade stand out more. Yeah, I like that. Oh gosh. Hold on one second. Long stories. Developed through 4 decades of source books. Yep. The figure the Battletech setting is vast. Yep. Rich tapestry. Oh, this is a copy paste thing, right? Tapestry of warfare, intrigue, heroism, and deceit. For the first time, Battletech Universe presents the full sweep of the setting in one. Ooh. Wait, what? Oh, Destiny. I guess this is something about your Destiny clan thing. It's funny. My buddy Chad was in here earlier going on about his Destiny clan thing. He got kicked out apparently for saying that the was bad. Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Hey man, all I gotta say is something like that. I mean, I don't really understand what you're talking about because I don't play Destiny, but you gotta live and let live a little. Everybody's entitled to their opinions, right? Ultimately, it's just a game. Enjoy it. But yeah, so like in a similar situation, right? In a similar situation, like I started playing Epic 7, which is a gacha game. The strain to get up there and join in where the top players are is obnoxious. So if you can just think like, say the game is 3 years old and it originally had 50 characters and they gave you 25 new characters a year. Well, the odds of you pulling that amazing, badass one-off character changed exponentially because the new characters are out there. And I'm sure it's a similar thing like with Destiny, right? I'm sure there's something going on where like, hey, you need these badass weapons or this badass loadout. So kind of a situation to where if you don't have it, it's harder to get good, kind of as a quote, right? I mean, I get it. But ultimately, dude, it's a game. If someone's ruining your game time, your enjoyment time, just move along, ignore them. I know it's easier said than done, but especially if there's someone that you're actively playing with some, you know, kind of often, but better just get good, bro. No. How's things going for you otherwise, Riley? You doing all right? Work-wise and everything? Sister doing okay? You know, life, school, everything else going good for you, man? I've seen you streaming, but man, when I see you, it's when probably not so bad now that I'm back on the night shift. But I've seen you live, and I'm like, nah, I'm going to bed, bro. Oh yeah, dude, that's elitist players in any game. You just gotta tune them out, man. Just let them go, let them do their thing. Don't let one bad apple ruin the batch of fun that you can have. Man, I think I'm about done up on that. Other than, yeah, dude. So that's good. So other than game drama, you're doing really well, right? So that's cool. I mean, so we're gonna bust out a little bit of yeller. I don't know what color this is, but I like it because it's dark. What is it? Oh shit. Okay, that's a metallic. Never mind. I feel like since this model is a lighter color model, I want to have a darker bit of colors. So the base won't quite be the same. We're gonna go a little bit darker than the other models. We're gonna get into some Xandri dust. Let's not use a decent-ish brush. What is it? Xandri dust? No, this is a Rhinoxide. G-dub. G-dub style. Gonna water up the brush and get it in here in the paint. If I pick up some of that copper on accident, oops. This planet has copper deposits. Oh, how are you liking that with the Vegas stuff? I had a copy of Vegas. I don't know. I don't remember if it was a yearly license that I had or what, but I don't know where it's at. It's probably on a hard drive that died, and I don't know. But anyway, regarding editing, it's rough. Yeah. I used to do most of my stuff in Windows Movie Maker before they deleted that out of laziness. Laziness on my part and laziness on them for deleting it and not keeping it up to date. Them being Microsoft. But I actually just uploaded first video to YouTube in many years. I'm taking this week's streams since I know I have a scheduled thing of doing them. You know, in my mind, I say they're 2 to 3 hours, but really they're 3 hours till done. Yeah, I'm just taking the straight stream footage, downloading it, and uploading to YouTube. I know it's not ideal, because compression and whatever, but I'm gonna see how it looks. The first two are up. Don't know if the HD version is available. I just kind of said screw it and went live. But yeah, I've been doing these just to have a little bit of stuff on there. I'll actually get some edited tutorial type stuff up on there at some point. Once the channel hits to where it can monetize it. Basically, it's got to be worth my time to invest into it, and without me even being able to monetize. Yeah, dude, it's the pro version's there. Absolutely, too many buttons, right? Anyway, long story about that. As far as like editing, there's a guy I know on Discord that does video editing. He was going to edit videos for me at some point, probably. I don't know him that well, but he might, if he uses that, he might be a resource for you to bounce stuff off of. Like, hey man, I'm struggling trying to figure out how to do this kind of thing. So if you want, I can help you make that connection. I mean, as always, everything you want to learn is on YouTube. But at the same time, I don't want to just... I don't like just raw footage without a little plan. Well, like I said, as far as like my YouTube, I'm really lazy with it. In the fact that I set it up last year and there's no content until today. So it's definitely like any content's better than no content kind of thing to start with. But it's also a bit of the... it's live stream footage. Barring I record and edit the living hell out of it, it's never going to be good. And with my schedule, the way it's looking to be with a new edition of 40K, I'm not going to have time to just sit and record tutorial type stuff without breaking my I don't want to work more than 50-hour a week mentality. Because even just lining up a project. Yeah, even streaming randomly, right? Trying to stream on a schedule is much more difficult. Take a little bit of that yellow and mix it over here with some of that Rhinox hide and lighten it up. Yeah. Nice little mud color. Been working on a schedule at the moment between life obligations, having living resources. Yeah, it's just going. Yeah, well, and that's the way to live life, right? Just go with the flow. When you force, to me at least, when you force things in your life, one, it's unneeded stress, but two, you put pressure. I don't know. Some people thrive under the pressure. I'm at the point in life to where I don't want the extra pressure, like the painting under hard time limits. I'm just over some of that. But of course, the next time someone comes to me with a deal and is like, "Hey, can you get this done in 3 weeks?" I'll be like, "Sure," because that's just what I do. Oh, I can't. Damn it. Couldn't pull a mango and paint like a million minis in 2 weeks. I haven't seen mango on in a while. Maybe they've been on. I know they did a name change on the channel, and I can't recall what the name change is off the top of my head. So if you haven't seen them, it's probably because they showed up as a different channel. But no, you mentioned that, and I was thinking about it the other day. I have not seen Mango on in a couple of weeks, probably. But off the top of my head, I can't tell you what the new channel name is. They've been posting on Instagram. Hopefully all's well. I just am not 100%. Especially because I've been on this third shift schedule, I don't see the UK folks too much. Like even Harry, who I play Satisfactory with. Basically, I wake up and he's going to bed. Alright, we're just about wrapping up this Bane, not a Viking. Bane! He's a Viking! Oops, lol. Be a good Easter egg for whoever wins this model. Alright. Next shall be the clear coat. And then pictures tomorrow. Yay! We did it! 3 down, 2 to go. Oh, my hand is free. Okay. Is there anybody else painting Battletech right now by chance? I don't if there's anyone else painting Battletech. Nope, just me. Who else is on right now? Teal Skyer. How long's Teal been on? Teal's been on 2 hours. We're gonna raid over into Teal. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Be on tomorrow night, sometime between, I don't know, 8 to 9, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we have an Emperor and a Mjolnir. We got 2 left. Those boys. Pew, 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 pew. Let's go see Teal.